Let's get it poppin'. Get in here, everybody, get in here. Ooh, child, I don't know. It's the phlegm for me. My goodness, it just feel like after a long weekend, I don't know, I just lose my voice. Get in here, everybody, get in here. We got to get into some things, all right? I ain't gonna hold you. It's tired, okay? It has been a long weekend, but it is Valentine's Day and it's still not over yet. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? It's Armon, and we are back with another live video. All right. So I feel like I haven't seen you guys in a couple of days. You know, in a couple of days in our world, it's just like so much goes on. And now I feel like so much goes on Instagram, and then we come and we talk about it and we really get into some things. So I'm really happy here to really be able to get into some things with you guys because we have a lot to cover today. So put me on your speaker, put me in your headphones, put me on your TV, grab some water, roll up a blunt, grab a cocktail, grab your snack, and sit on down, and let's get to clickety-clack, chat. All right? I just made that up. You know what I mean? I literally just made that up. I thought that rhymed. But anyway, all right. So we're going to talk about the Super Bowl. We're going to talk about Kanye's rants. Okay. We are going to also talk about Nicki Minaj debuting at number 2. They're saying that she's ranting as well. We're going to talk about Lil Nas X because a little birdie was wondering where Lil Nas X was. And I had actually ran into Lil Nas X last night. That's the perk now of being out and about. You get to run into the people. So I seen Lil Nas X last night. But anyway, we'll talk about it. Also, did I say Wendy Williams? Well, if I didn't say Wendy Williams, all right? So first, let's get into a little bit about the weekend. Let's just talk about me. Well, honestly, so this weekend was Super Bowl weekend. First of all, Super Bowl weekend is crazy packed in LA. Shout out to the Rams. The Rams won. Home team won. It was crazy out here. It was so many events going on, so many celebrity parties, so many brunches. It was just a lot going on. I didn't make it to a lot of things because it was so many things going on. It almost gets to a point where you I'm overwhelmed, right? But I think it was Friday or Saturday, I started out with going to go get $100 haircut. The haircut was worth the $100 the day that it got cut. After, it's not really sticking. And then 2, what kind of tripped me out about the $100 haircut was the fact that the man doesn't line your face. So I had to come and do that myself. So for $100, while it was good, I got a lot of attention. I got a lot of compliments. It was okay. A lot of women honestly were really interested in me. I wear a lot of hats. I have a funny shaped hairline, so I really don't get into my hairline like that. You know what I mean? I don't know if you can really get into it right now. My hair is not, you can't really get it. It's not really brushed, but my hairline is it's all wrong, right? So you really have to do you really have to do your big one on my hair, because I have calyx right here where my hair don't grow. It's just a mess, right? But he did some barber magic for that day. But the barber magic didn't last that long. Once I got in the shower, once I got, one good night out of it, that was it. That was it for the barber magic. I could maybe show you kind of what it looked like if you guys were on my Instagram page. Let me see. You can't really get into it. See, if you know me, then I always wear hats. I didn't wear a hat today because my hair was right, okay? The hair was right that day. Not that you can see it, but the hair was right today. So anyway, I started off with that, and then I was supposed to go to the QC brunch Quavo and QC's team. They have like a sports league. I was supposed to do like coverage and stuff at the brunch. Honestly, I didn't go because everything was so back to back, and then I was like, I don't know a lot of these football players, so I didn't really want to go and just be looking like, hey, who the hell are you? You know what I mean? So what I thought was I was going to just go to the after parties. Now, there was like so many after parties or day parties. They had Lil' Kim was having a party. Moneybagg Yo, Drake, Amber Rose was hosting a party. Lil Baby was hosting a party. They had so many parties going on. So I thought, right? One thing I learned though in LA, whenever someone is saying that they're hosting a party or there's a day party, them celebrities are not going to be there. Okay. Now they be charging like anything from $200 to $10,000 to get to these events. All right. Them niggas is not coming. A lot of times they'll just post it to get the check. They may do a walkthrough, but they going to go to their own little shindigs, they private parties. They'll probably be up at Habibi's and stuff, okay? You know, if you know about Habibi's, then you know about Hollywood. I've been to Habibi's one time, and it goes down on the top floor of Habibi's, okay? You know, that's probably where, you know, the people go. I don't think the people are really just, I think they were really working. It was a bag in LA for this celebrity. So they get on a flyer, they tell you they're going to be there. They may get there or they may not, you know what I mean? And they just have a bunch of these baller men and clout chaser guys that want to trick off on the women, and you have to spend so much money. And I'm like, I'm not finna do that. Not finna do it. Luckily for me, one of my guys I met, Jay Bling, this is the guy I was showing you here. He is Floyd Mayweather's DJ, super dope. He was hosting, DJing the Lil Baby party. So he got me in. We was upstairs in his section. It was really, really dope. He's a great guy. So I didn't have to pay the $200 or the $5,000, however much it was going to be to get up there. I did see WAC 100 down in the mind you, speaking of WAC 100, I mean, I get it, but he has like, he do a lot of talking online. That man got like 10, 20, 50 security guards. I mean, you think that he was Barack Obama the way WAC walked in there. WAC got hella security. And like, he be way in the back, and it's just like, niggas, just like, you can't get to him. But he was in a party. Lil Baby unfortunately didn't make it because I guess they said there was a bang, bang, pow, pow outside. I didn't really see it. I didn't really hear about it. I personally just don't think he came. I think he got the money, and I don't think he came. I think everybody was at Drake party. But I didn't get to see Lil Baby, but it was cool. It was a good experience. I had fun at the party, at the event. Two, I didn't go see Lil' Kim because I looked on her thing. She was at the Drake party, and the Lil' Kim thing was way too late. It was like from 11 to 5 a.m. Child, I was asleep because I knew I had to get up Sunday. I had a lot of things that I wanted to get accomplished Sunday. And so I didn't really end up doing that. But Sunday, I did end up going out. I went to a few places. I went to a few places, okay? Went to a few places, baby, and I ran into, well, first of all, I went to West Hollywood. That was cool. Ran into a couple of people, which was great. Lil Nas X was out and about. I guess we could talk about Lil Nas X now. Lil Nas X, had a little section. I didn't actually see him until later on that night. I ended up running into Lil Nas X at the after hours. I didn't talk to him. I just kind of seen him. He had his security guards. He's tall, really tall. He kind of just looks like a regular boy. You know what I mean? It wasn't giving superstar. It wasn't giving like Lil Nas X. It kind of gave, that's him. What a regular nigga. You know what I mean? I don't know what I was expecting when I seen him. He's just a tall, skinny boy. I don't know what I thought, but I mean, it was dark too. I don't know. He's all right. You know what I mean? He ain't like, wow, like he's just so fine, but he's just like, oh, okay, there's Lil Nas X. He just looked like a regular nigga. But yeah, he was out at both functions. He had a little VIP section at the club. Then he went to the after hours, and child, he was up in there. He was up in that thing. So Lil Nas X is alive and well. I know a lot of people were like, well, where's Lil Nas X? Have you seen him? I didn't try to talk to him. He had a lot of people around him. Child, I just was being nosy. I was like, oh, I'll talk about it and let my people know. Lil Nas X is out in these streets. So yeah, it was a lot going on. When you go to these parties and you go to these different events, you see a lot of different people. You know what I mean? A lot of people mixing and mingling. Child, you never know who knows somebody. Okay. They're gonna kill me for saying this because I shouldn't say this, but they were also saying that, girl. They had some down low football players at the club. Yeah, I don't know from which teams or well, I don't know, but some of the down low girls was out at the clubs too. At the at the afties, girl. Very hush hush. You just never know what it's given, and I just be like, oh, girl, that's some tea, and you just keep it moving. You know what I mean? You just kind of keep it moving, and you just enjoy your cocktail, baby, and you just keep it pushing, okay? You know what I mean? But yeah, so all in all, it was a cool weekend. You know what I mean? I had a good time. Anytime there's an opportunity to get dressed and go out and be outside and have a good time, I love it. You know what I mean? I will tell you though, being in LA for these type of weekends, I mean, it really will test your bank account and your stamina. And you have to let yourself know, listen, I don't know how the stamina of my account, we're going to have to test the strength of that because we're not going to go over a certain limit or a certain amount. And I don't care. I'm not going to everything. I'm not going everything, and I'm not purchasing everything. Okay. And then for some reason out here, whenever you drink, everything's got to be, I mean, they just start you off with Casamigos. Like, you don't even have the option to be cheap. Usually you go places and they say, hey, would you like or what would you like? No, it's just straight premium. How did you know I wanted premium? What if I was buying this for somebody that I really didn't know? I don't give a damn what they drinking. They want the $2 wells. Don't just assume that they want the $50 premium. I'm not paying for that. But anyway, yeah, so you know what I mean? Things get really, really pricey really, really quickly. But all in all, it was a good time. I enjoyed it. And while I wasn't out, being nosy and taking pictures and catching the tea, I was in here laying down, recovering, okay? But let me also, speaking of Super Bowl, Hold on. Is this Beyonce? Is it Michelle? Is it J-Lo? Or is it Blue Cantrell? No, it is Mary J. Blige. I thoroughly enjoyed Mary J. Blige. She sounded good. Yeah, and if you know me, then to know me is to know that Mary J. Blige is not my favorite singer, songstress, or performer, by far. However, Mary J. Blige, in our term, did her big one, okay? And she really did her big one on a major stage. So, I'm happy for Mary J. Blige. I think she really did a good job in her performance. I don't know. Monet, I like this Monet energy. This new era of Monet, if you don't know who Monet is, that's a character that Mary J. Blige plays on the Power Book. This was Monet, okay? Monet the singer, okay? Monet was up there. I live for it. So shout out to Mary J. Blige. She held her own. She did her thing. And I really, really liked her. You know who else? I don't have them up here, but Janae Aiko, she has such a beautiful voice. She sang at the Super Bowl as well. She did her thing too. So yeah, shout out to the Super Bowl. Go Rams. What is this, Super Bowl 30 for 56? Yeah, so shout out to Super Bowl 56. I wasn't at the game. I didn't have no money like that. How much is them tickets? 10,000, 5,000, whatever it was. Too rich for my blood. Okay, I'm just a nigga on the street, talking to the mic. All right. So I was watching from home, just like a lot of you. All right. But yeah, Mary J. Blige did her thing. So yeah, shout out to Mary J. Blige. Okay, now let's start getting into some of these topics. Enough about the Super Bowl, more about what we're going to get into today. All right, let's start with Kanye West. Kanye West is ranting. Y'all know this is my boy. Yes, I am a little biased because I've met the man now. But I personally think with all the ranting that he's been doing with Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian and exposing him, I think that Kanye West be trolling you. I really think that Kanye West is trolling because literally on Super Bowl, he woke up and was just going in on Pete Davidson, just post after post after post after post. And it seemed like he was ranting, right? So much to the point where the man was trending over the Super Bowl. Mind you, he was still planning the Sunday service because he had that. And he was picking up his kids because he was taking his kids to the Super Bowl game. The only reason why I feel like Kanye West be trolling because the day that I met him at the Sunday service brunch, not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before, he was making headlines that day. He was trending that morning. And then when he came into the brunch, he was like, yeah, people probably thinking that I'm crazy right now, but I'm sitting here cool. I'm not tripping. And I'm like, so now that I know, that I've met him, I'm like, a little bit of this, he does have that song out, the new song out with, what is his name? Fabio? And Foreign or something like that, and Alicia Keys. He has a record to promote. So he has music out right now. And I just personally feel as though, yes, a little bit, while he is kind of wanting Kim back, a little bit of this is trolling the internet, keeping his name relevant, staying trendy, because he even made a post talking about how he wasn't expected or he didn't come out to try to trend over the Super Bowl, but it happened. You know what I mean? Kanye just does stuff like that. He's the type of person that will just literally create this moment, have everybody talking, right? And then be at the Super Bowl normal, and then hold on, then when the flash camera or the dash camera come across, he'll have everybody talking. I'm about to show you. He'll have you all talking, then the dash camera come across, and the nigga sitting in there like this. Ironically, mind you, sir, you can't see the Super Bowl. You're not looking at nothing. How are you watching the game like this? You're not sitting there watching the game, watching your kids. You're not eating peanuts. You're not eating crackers. You're not even having a beer. Stop. I know, come on. But this is all for the optics. I personally feel but when you see the picture and he posts that he's at the game, all you're going to be talking about how Kanye is at the game like this. Kanye's at the game. So when I seen this, I'm like, okay, Kanye West is playing with these people. He wants people to think that he's crazy. He wants y'all to think that he's crazy. This man is not crazy. This man is marketing. A little bit of this stuff, in my opinion, a little bit of this stuff, yeah, he has his moments where he wants to, speak out. He don't like Pete Davidson. He don't like Pete. He felt like Pete was his friend. Pete pretty much played him. He wants Kim back. He's always been that kind of person that'll speak his mind. But there's also a bit of him that's going to play into this narrative of him being crazy. Could you imagine sitting there and conducting a full day like this? How are you at the Super Bowl like this? And you got your kids with you and you trying to have conversations and watch a game. First of all, I can't breathe now. You're not walking around like this all day. This is for the photos. Like, stop playing with me. Okay? Like, come on. So, this is, when I seen this picture, I'm like, okay, Kanye West is playing with the people. Like, Kanye West is really playing. Seriously. And so, I don't think that he's crazy. I personally feel like Kanye West trolls the internet because people already think that he's crazy, so he's going to feed into the narrative. Okay? Much like I'm going to sit up here and do the... Imagine me doing this show like this. The aesthetic is there, but bitch, I can't breathe. I'm not even finna try to act like this is, I can't... I'm finna pass out. No, just kidding. But no, seriously. Let me take this off. Yo. Yo. Oh. Girl, y'all know I'm crazy. Y'all know. But seriously, I don't think that the man is crazy. I think that, he don't like Pete. Now he is trolling Kim. Now he keeps posting their text messages and things like that. I don't know why he's doing that. I wouldn't really like that. I don't think that he should do that. I don't know. I do agree, though, if you don't want Pete meeting your kids, I don't think that Pete needs to meet his kids. I don't know. They need to work this out. I don't think that it should be this public. You know what I mean? I do feel bad for them. I just don't know if he'll be able to get her back, because you got to remember, you were public with the Julia Fox chick. You were kissing her, taking her to Fashion Week. So now it's like you're done with her. It's over. Now, you're on this Pete Davidson kind of thing. I don't know. It's an interesting watch. Now, Julia Fox and Kanye West have since broken up. Now they're no longer together. Now she has since been sent on her way. She's flying out yonder. It's over for her. Now all of a sudden, Julia Fox is saying that she's going to go be with the only man that matters to her, which is her son. We never knew that this woman had a child. Now, all of a sudden, Julia Fox got a child. Ain't it interesting now? You start learning, oh, now she cares about her son. Where the hell was this kid at when you was running around town with Kanye West? And then people asked her, they were like, well, why were you so open, and why did you talk so much about you and Kanye West's relationship? This is why he left you. She said that Kanye West wanted her to do these interviews and talk about their relationship. Hence the reason why I feel like, again, here we go again. It's for the attention. Go on these interviews, Julia. Talk about me. Talk about us. Talk about how nasty and freaky you are. Do an interview. Like Kim Kardashian's picture. It's going to go viral. We're going to trend. Do it. Pose here. Pose there. Take the picture. Say this and say that. And she did it. Okay? So, a piece of this, yes, Kanye West be on it's not all the way there or whatever. He rants and raves or whatever. He's a Gemini, I'm a Gemini, I get it. But some of this makes money because the man still had a McDonald's commercial. You know what I mean? So all of this is not crazy. Some of this is to feed into the cuckoo Looney Tune narrative because it helps the algorithm, his algorithm. Okay? He'll probably make some money to play a little cuckoo crazy. Okay? So he's got Julia playing on the game. You know, he's walking around looking like this. Julia's doing interviews talking about she's into foursomes and race play. Well, I don't know if she said the race play, but you know what I mean? Whatever. And she's saying that he wanted her to do it in some artistic way. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm not just going to just say, oh, Kanye West went crazy. He's keeping the same energy for the most part and adding a little bit more. Okay? Whew, it is hot under there. I don't know how he do that all day. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. I could not do that. But yeah, child. Good luck to Kim and Kanye. I'm wishing them, I'm hoping that they can get it together and their relationship works out. Honestly, for the kids. All right, let's get off of the Kanye situation. Wendy Williams. Well, we haven't really talked about this whole thing with Wendy, huh? They trying to put Wendy in a conservatorship. They saying that Wendy Williams pretty much, she's suing Wells Fargo because one of her account managers has told Wells Fargo that Wendy Williams is mentally incapable of managing her money. She doesn't know where any of her money is going. She doesn't realize how she's spending it. Wendy is just going crazy. It's the dementia. I mean, wow. Wendy is out of here. Wendy Williams said, no, nigga, wait a minute. Don't freeze my money. Or whoever's controlling the money. I don't know. But Wendy Williams denies all of these allegations. So let's get into this article real quick because I don't know the full ins and outs, but we're going to get into a little bit of it right here. Okay. Wendy Williams denies struggling with her mental health amid bank battle. Okay. How's Wendy doing? Just fine, she says. The talk show host denied, this is a Wendy Williams statement, that she is struggling with her mental health after her bank claimed that she is an incapacitated person who needs guardianship. Wendy wants the world to know that she strenuously denies all allegations about her mental health and well-being. Williams' lawyer LaShawn Thomas said in a statement to Page 6. Okay, Thomas said his client, who has not hosted her daytime talk show since July 21st, 2021, has spent her hiatus employing holistic health professionals to help her reach optimal health during her treatment of Graves' disease and thyroid concerns. The attorney went on to insist that Wendy is doing fine and is of a sound mind after her former financial advisor, Lori, claimed the opposite, leading Wells Fargo to cut off access to the millions of dollars in Wendy Williams' account. Okay. She is disappointed about falsely circulated statements from an industry she has devoted her life to. Wendy is grateful for the love and outpouring of the support she has received from her fans, and she can't wait to get back. She thanks everyone who has been patiently awaiting her return and believes that thanks in large parts to the love and support of her son, her family, her new team of doctors, and a change of scenery, she is on the mend. Okay. And then they also said, Wendy says to all her fans, how you doing? Okay. So Wendy is saying that, listen, I'm okay. They don't need to freeze my funds. But Page 6, not Page 6, Wells Fargo was like, girl, we're not buying into that. Girl, we see that there's something going on. There's something that's not right. Okay. Let me see. Where is that other article at? Oh, you know what, too? Let me go over here to the Shade Room, too, because they have posted something in regards to that. Let me grab this real quick. Hold on, child. I'm finna grab this other because I want to get what Wells Fargo said. Um, what did Wells Fargo say? Okay, hold on. Let me see. Um, hold on. Okay, so this is what they were saying at Wells Fargo. A Banks person told Page Six that we deny any allegations of improper actions with respect to Miss Williams' accounts and are fully participating in court process to reach a resolution that is in her best interest. The financial well-being of our clients is at the heart of everything we do. Over the past few years, Wendy Williams has shared health updates with her fans, stating that she suffers. Okay, boom, 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 boom. They said, we are concerned about Wendy Williams' situation. It is our hope that the guardianship will imminently appoint a temporary guardian or evaluator to review the situation and ensure that Williams' affairs are being properly handled. Okay. So they just kind of feel like something is not going on right with Wendy's money. And Wendy feels like you guys are believing a former employee that used to work with me. Child, this is just a mess. I don't know what to believe because Wendy Williams, here's what I think about the situation because I'm just so confused. Because I did hear from a very close source that Wendy Williams does have dementia and she is suffering mentally, right? I heard that on one end. I'm not going to lie. That's not allegedly. I heard that. I don't know if it's true or not, but someone did call my phone and tell me that last year. So that is the word around town. And then it started to come out in the media. But the thing is, perhaps maybe Wendy Williams is fine, I'm hoping. And maybe she just needed to take a year off. I mean, you got to think about it. This woman literally lost her whole family in front of the world, went through a very embarrassing and public divorce. Then her mom died and she was at work pretty much the next week or the next day. So I don't know. It could be one of those things that Wendy Williams hasn't truly dealt with what's going on in her life, in my opinion. And I feel like maybe Wendy needed this break. And because she's having this break, on top of getting sick, on top of catching the C-19 and all of these other things, she probably just needed an extended period of time off. I'm hoping, but I just don't understand why she just won't come and make, I mean, I guess she's made a statement now, but I feel like why not just come on live and talk, and like, if you can talk, really talk, like say something. There's rumors that Wendy Williams can't walk, can't dress herself. Now the Shade Room exclusively obtained some photos. Basically in so many words, Wendy Williams sent the Shade Room some photos because of her basically trying to prove that she is live and well. The Shade Room exclusive. Wendy Williams has been in the news a lot lately from not returning to her show, and as of yet, an illegal battle with Wells Fargo. The 57-year-old has been the talk of the internet. Though she's become a trending topic, Wendy is still all smiles. On Sunday night, the Shade Room exclusively obtained photos showing the talk show host spending time with the family, enjoying the festivities, according to sources. First of all, these pictures, she's at home. She's in the house. So the source is her. Just say Wendy sent these photos because she wanted to let y'all know that I'm not crazy. I'm just taking time off. Look at me. I'm playing happy. I don't understand, Wendy, I guess she's got her poom poom shorts on and she's chilling. She looks healthy. She looks good. I just think hopefully she's just taking this time off, and it's probably some well-deserved time. So we'll see. shout out to Wendy Williams. I can't wait till she gets back. Honestly, we need Wendy Williams back. I love Wendy, so I'm excited. Let me see. Hold on. Okay. Let me see. What else was we at? Oh, here we go. Last topic, real quick. Before we get into Nicki Minaj. Do we have a problem? Debuts at number 2. Do we have a problem? I don't think that this is a problem at all. This is a win. This is a hit. It's much better than Bussin'. Bussin' is very much so like, somebody said it was like Remy Ma releasing the second diss record after she released Sheether. Bussin' to me is a flop. Okay. Do we have a problem is the record. And I believe that Do We Have a Problem will stick on the charts. Now, people are saying that Do We Have a Problem will free fall off the charts. Some people are saying that this is an L for Nicki Minaj. Some people are saying that this is a curse for Nicki Minaj. Let's be very clear. A number 2 debuting record is a great thing, especially for her. Now, I understand Nicki Minaj has yet to have a number 1 record of her own in her career. So being in the game 14 years, at some point, the expectation is, girl, you should be able to get a record that is your own. Now, in her defense, I believe that they changed the streaming qualifications for Billboard. I don't think they're counting, and I could be wrong, but I don't think they're counting YouTube streams anymore. So I think she may have lost a lot of numbers because the YouTube stuff didn't count. So I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say I like this record. I'm not going to say that this record is a flop. Even if it falls, this still is a solid record. And I think she should be proud of this record. This was a good record. Everybody was singing it. Everybody was excited. I was at the clubs. I was outside for this weekend. And when this record came on, everybody loved it. Bustin' came on, niggas was going to get drinks, water. Nobody really cared. This record, the people like this record. The people like to sing along to this record. The people like to point their finger to this record. The people like to, I don't care how long it take to get a op back. All my niggas outside, steak, we out back. However it go. People like that. I like that. So I think that this is a solid record. Do we have a problem? Is a great record to start off this era with Nicki Minaj. I don't know what Busted is giving. Scrap that. Move on. Let it go. Keep the Do We Have a Problem energy. I like it. And people should keep streaming it. Who knows? It may go number 1 the next week. Now, I did see that it has moved down on the playlist, though, drastically. And usually when things start moving down off the playlist, that means it's the priority. The people are not really feeling it. It's not growing. Like on Spotify and Rap Caviar, it's kind of moved down. It's moving down on the playlist, too. But I don't know. We'll see. It will be interesting to see if Nicki Minaj can get this to be a number 1. I don't think Bussin' is going to do anything near what Do We Have a Problem has done. It was interesting, though, because I felt like she was trying to get everybody prepared because she knew it wasn't going to go number 1. Let me go to my Instagram. She kind of knew it wasn't going to go number 1, so she was kind of trying to get her fans prepared for that moment. Look. Y'all, let's start by saying I don't need to go number 1. This was earlier today. But she was talking about how, no matter what happens, Barbs, you guys did your thing, this, that, and the third. But now she's basically this is, I guess, her ranting about, you know, she don't need to go number one. She is number one. First of all, let's stop there, Nicki. You definitely want to, like, I hate when people try to downplay, like, she don't want to go number one. Girl, you were posting all of your stats. Be very clear. You were sitting on StationHead, going on bar pages and things like that. And then when they wouldn't play the record, you were damn near ready to get off the song, get off of their channels. Be very clear. So to sit up here and act like you don't want to be number one, you were only on StationHead so that you can get those streams, and you are going to different pages with thousands of people listening, making sure that they stream that record. You wanted a number one record. Don't sit up here and act like you don't need to go number one. You wanted a number one record. You do. You wanted a number one record. You like trending on Twitter. You like the stats. Stop doing that. People should just be real. Just say, listen, we didn't get it. It ain't, but we got number two. That's a lot more than she's been getting on her own. Let's be very clear. And then to be honest with you, she had the little baby help. I mean, can you get a number two? I would like to see her get a number two by herself. No feature. You know what I mean? So let's not act like you don't want a number one record. She wants a number one record. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and act like this record is just a flop like that. I don't think the record is a flop. This record is a solid record. I wish it would have went number one. So I don't know. A lot of people laughing and talking crap about it and, wanting the record to be trash. The record is not trash. And a lot of people that's listening to the record, a lot of people that saying the record is trash, you guys are listening to the record. Let's stop acting like the record is trash. The record is not trash. Okay? The record is not trash. Bussin' is trash. Do we have a problem? It's not trash. All right. All right. So we'll open up the lines, and you guys can call in. Hold on. Hold on. Five, 6, 3. If you haven't done so, please make sure you guys subscribe to the video, to the channel, and follow me on Instagram at the Armon Wiggins Show. We got some new Instagram content coming.
Your show now, press 1.
Your show is scheduled to start in 36 seconds.
Hold on, y'all. 563-999-3658. All right, 5204. You live on the air.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4.
Turn me down in the back.
3, 2, 1.
Nicki definitely did like the moment when she was sitting there trying to, have everybody have her go number one. And it is what it is. She could have just said, we got number two, not number one. I don't know what it is about her, though, because, it's so many barbs, but when it comes time to really put out, where do they be at? It's a lot of internet popping, but the streams, the views, the numbers are not there. I wonder if people really do just not like her, and I'm just not aware of the intricacies of the interworkings of Billboard and all those chart data people.
Yeah, because I mean,
I
but you know what? I be thinking like you too. I mean, with all the trolls and stuff online, and they come and attack these people, and she has hundreds of millions of fans. Why aren't they? Why can't they get their queen a #1 record?
Yeah, and it's always a lot of talk. Every time somebody else is doing something, they always on somebody else's head top, but their queen is not #1 and hasn't had one. Is this your king?
Wow. Well,
I heard Lil Nas X was cute in real life. I know you said he was just tall and skinny. I heard he was cute in real life. He probably was a rich girl.
Well, you know what? I didn't get that close, so I'm not gonna hold you. And then two, okay, so the first place I didn't really see him, because he was upstairs in the VIP and there was just too much going on. And then the second place though, I walked past him, but he had on all black, and it was an after hours girl, so it was like black, and I'm like, it was just like he was there. I mean, maybe I didn't get that close. I'm just like, I mean, I was there, but girl, it didn't give me like, I didn't feel like there was like maybe he just was downplaying it, maybe because it didn't feel like, girl, it wasn't what we see online. It wasn't like the flat. It was like I got on a black t-shirt, black jeans, and some sneakers.
He seemed like he'll be that type, in my opinion.
I don't even know if his hair was cut.
I want to be regular. I know you worry about that haircut. They $100 in LA, and they not even lying up your face.
Child, but no, he was. I mean, he's like a cute young boy. You know how the cute little TikTok young boys. I guess like he not ugly, but I mean, I don't know what I was thinking. He's average.
Yeah. You thought he was gonna be something astronomical, something amazing to look at. I wonder what off topic. I wonder what Jack Harlow looked like in real people's life. They say he's supposed to be real cute. But also, I wonder what King is really gonna do with his what Kanye's really gonna do about his family, and if somebody is gonna end up doing something crazy to Pete Davidson. I doubt they'll just do it in the name of him, but he'll probably get a lot of trolling, and maybe he's not mentally there for trolling. It's not something he's had to deal with his life, and I'm here for the SNL skit coming from it. Yeah.
It definitely will be an SNL skit. I mean, they're going to monetize and and make this a moment. Honestly, this stuff, like I said before, after meeting Kanye and then seeing a little bit of behind the scenes and then seeing how he maneuvers online, a lot of this stuff, while some of this is his true feelings, a lot of this stuff is too to get you guys talking.
Yeah. Same stuff with Julie. I think you remember. I told you, she was clearly just in it for them little minutes of fame, and I don't think that was ever even some realistic stuff. You seen her sitting over there talking about some, and for the record, I never stopped liking Kenny's posts. Did you see that or you didn't?
No, I seen it.
You want to be that girlfriend, then just say that.
But my thing is, girl, you're not going to be liking my posts and sleeping with my ex-husband. Like, girl, that looks weird. But that's what I'm saying. But Kanye will be like, continue liking her posts. Like Julia gave me, I'm just here to be inducted into whatever this roller coaster ride is, forever how long. I'll be your piece for 2 weeks or 2 months or whatever. You can, like, this will boost my career, get me some more clout, and you know what I mean? Like, I'm here for the fun. I'll do whatever. Book the flight.
I didn't know what she did before this anyway.
No.
When people said she was a model or whatever, I honestly didn't know what she did. And now, they come out and she had a son this whole time.
And where was the son this whole time?
Where was his son? He not outside like Wendy Williams' son, because Wendy Williams' son is outside.
Well, her son is a little baby.
Oh, she got a tiny baby.
Yeah, I think so. But okay, girl, I gotta keep it moving. We got a lot of people on here, so. But I love you.
All right.
Thanks for calling in. Bye, boo. Because, girl, we can keep going. Let's go. Let me read okay, so Gabriel says, as a fan base, we are tired of Billboard trying to control artists. Half the top 10 is sustained through radio, poor sales and poor streams. But believe all this goes straight to her bank account. Yes, it definitely does. But the thing is this. I think all that us being tired of Billboard and this, that, and the third. Yeah, I feel like, people do that. When they're not on top. You know what I mean? Because would you be tired of Billboard as a fan base if she was #1? Absolutely not. everybody would be live. She would be posting it. It would be, the queen is back. The queen has returned. Nicki's #1 record. Yada yada hoota hot. Now that it didn't go #1, now we don't care too much about Billboard. We're tired of Billboard controlling the narrative. Well, whether we're tired of Billboard controlling the narrative or not, she's not, because she was on StationHead and she was paying pages for promoting her. She was on Twitter. She did a video. She did a lyric video. She went and grabbed Little Baby. So what we're not going to do is act like she didn't want that Billboard #1, because she did. She does. Okay? She definitely wants that. She definitely wants that. Somebody else says, the Channel fam says, I'm really scared Kanye will hurt Kim, the boyfriend, or even the kids, like you see on the crime shows. I don't think that he will hurt any of them. I don't think that he will hurt the kids. Kanye West is not that. No, he's not that crazy. No, them kids love him. Them kids love their daddy. Them kids love their father. And he's not gonna hurt them. Now he might be, because he has bipolar, so he will. He definitely does have bipolar. Okay, so he can be erratic at times, but he's definitely not going to be hurting them kids. It's more so he's hurt by Kim in the situation. So, he's speaking out. He does have a mental disorder. He definitely, so he's been diagnosed with bipolar. However, he's not going to, I don't believe that he will hurt Kim. I just feel like he's not going to let her go that easily. Like, it's not going to just be a cakewalk for her to get away. He's not just going to disappear and move on with his life. Like, there may be times where it gets quiet, and then he might be mixing with some chick, and then he'll be consistent with a girl for a couple of weeks, couple of months, and then he'll boom, I want Kim back. Kim will never be able to be happy and move on with another man, whether it's Pete Davidson, Future, I don't care who it is, Jesus. If it ain't Kanye West, I mean, it's over for Kim. Like, they're connected forever through kids, and plus Kanye West is not letting her go. Like, he may get quiet for a little bit, but he's always gonna come back in it. You know what I mean? I mean, he just sent her a truckload of roses and a bunch of stuff. Like, I don't see him ever really going away and letting her completely be free. But I don't think that he would hurt her or the children. It's not giving that. 8822, you're live on the air.
What's up? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
Well, let me say this. This #2 to me, honestly, is a win. I mean, there's no discussion about Nicki Minaj because, again, this woman is in her 14, she's in year 14 of her career, and she is #2. Like, there's no conversation. A lot of people in that caliber and in that realm can't say that they can even peak in the top 5 within 14 years of their career, so there's no conversation. Did I want a song to go #1? Yes. Did it go #1? No. But I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like it's still a win for us. And honestly, like, let's be clear, we was #1 on every other chart. The R&B and hip hop charts, the digital sales charts. Like, only the Billboard charts we didn't go #1. And then there was fan bases, because it could be proven, there was fan bases on Twitter that, like, went together to stream this song, this Mexican Disney Channel song or whatever it's supposed to be. We don't talk about Bruno. They came together to stream that song. The Swifties, the Body Gangs, the Thotties, all these fan bases came together. They said they were going to stream that song so Nicki can not be #1. They're trying to spite her. Right? So to me, I still think this is a win. Now, let's be clear. Like, maybe you wasn't on Twitter, but these are things that I've seen on Twitter.
But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if the song is hot It don't matter how many fan bases get together and stream. The song, if it was going to go number one, it was going to go number one. Nicki still got a bigger fan base than Cardi B, the Megan Thee Stallion, the Doja Cat, all put together. Or she got a much larger fan base than all of them. So let's stop that.
But you gotta
let's not do
that
this.
Billboard changed their rules though. So you got to understand that streaming and radio airplay time counts more than album sales. And we did 200,000 sales the first week, and then we did 48,000 peer sales. A lot of these people in the industry can't even do 48,000 general sales, let alone peer sales. Like, at the end of the day, if this was just last year, Nicki would have had that number one in the bag with no question. But because the bars was doing more peer sales instead of streaming a little bit more, and she didn't have that much radio play, she had playlisting and she had a rollout. You know what I mean? But she didn't really have a heavy radio play because the song is still in this first week. Number two, the fans went and bought the song more than they were streaming. So that's what really hindered us. Because honestly, that Bruno song that's number one, people are streaming.
Okay, so wait, so is the YouTube streams counting? Because I don't know if does YouTube streams count?
The YouTube streams count. They count.
Okay, so they count.
YouTube, Spotify, what's the other app that you're using? Apple Music, all those platforms count as streams. And then when you have a radio playlist thing, which means that the radio plays your song like 100 times a day, like you're gonna do well. That's why Lotto has a top 40 hit, because radio is spinning her song over and over and over again. It's not really peer sales, it's not sales. So when the bars are going and buying, because that song was number one on iTunes for the whole week until Bustin' came and replaced it. So like, we're doing well. We're buying the music, but we're probably not streaming more. But to me, it's still a win. Like, at the end of the day, like, Nicki is literally a legend.
Okay, let me get Eva on here. Okay, so you gonna let's get Eva on here. Okay, let me get Eva on here because y'all goes. Let's Eva. Now what you got?
Oh, happy day. Oh, hello.
Yes.
What's up?
Hey, what's going on, baby?
Glorious day. Happy Valentine's Day, my love.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Definitely want to say that first. Now, I love the excuses because last year, people wouldn't have this energy for that lady if it wasn't for her fans. Congratulations, Nicki, on debuting at number 2. At the end of the day, that's a phenomenal spot to debut at. Cardi also debuted at number 2. And when she did debut at number 2, the fans said she flopped. And that was a solo. So it's just regurgitating the same energy that they put out, because this lady had the biggest rollout any celebrity has had. Miss Mamas was at the Clippers game front row promoting the song. She had radio interviews and radio playlisting, so do not lie about radio playlisting, because you had radio playlisting. You had everything. She did interviews with radio stations people didn't even have never heard of. She was also on every Apple playlisting, every Spotify playlisting. She was even on StationHead playlisting.
Yes, she was.
StationHead was promoting her. Are these people forgetting all that? Like, what we're not going to sit here and do is lie. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to debut at number 2. You guys were humbled. It's fine. Congrats. You're still top 10. That's still a win for her. And we're not going to sit here and act like you guys did not know about those rules, because Nicki Minaj knew about these rules. These rules were dropped a month ago. So I don't understand how.
So what are the rules? What are the rules? Because I don't know them.
I told you literally maybe 4 videos ago. I said, now streaming is going to count more. The only thing that Billboard did was that they couldn't mass buy, because when BTS was mass buying to get them number 1, they had to break that down, and you can only buy 1 time per credit card on different websites. You couldn't buy 4 like it used to be. You would be able to buy 4 per credit card. Like, let's say I'm buying US iTunes, I could buy 4 times. You can't do that. They're not going to sit here and act like they didn't know about these rules. They knew about these rules, because they literally, I can literally send you screenshots of the big bar pages that were spreading the new information of the rules weeks prior to Nicki dropping. So they're not going to sit here and act like they didn't know about the damn rules, because they knew about the rules. Everybody knew about the rules. And they're not going to sit here and act like Nicki hasn't been on StationHead every day.
Every day.
Promoting, streaming her song, like even today. And the lady, I just find her to be erratic because you were sitting here selling T-shirts that says Grammy winner. I sent that. I don't know if I sent that to you, but
What? No, you didn't send that to me.
I'll send it to you right now. She was selling merch that said Grammy winner for Do We Have a Problem? I'm not lying. They could tell you right there in the comments. She really was selling T-shirts that said Grammy winner, which is kind of weird to me. Like, why would you sell that, but you don't care about Grammys? You don't care about number ones, but you literally knew 4 days ago that you were not going to place number one, so you started preparing the barbs.
Yes, she did.
She knew.
What, send me that one more time. Hold on, let me read this. The rules were, Pretty Brown Eyes says, the rules were changed in December, and the rules affected everyone. Galliano says, many big artists like Katy and Beyonce can't even get a top 10 hit. I'm a barb, but Do We Have a Problem is cute, but not a radio hit. I thought it was a hit to me.
But
I like it.
That's the song that your fave selected. I'm confused as to where all these excuses come from when she literally did a whole rollout, did interviews, went on late night TV shows, basketball games, had celebrities and TikTokers promote the song. Like, I'm confused.
Yes.
I'm very confused. Even Bustin', she hired TikTokers who weren't even cohesive in their choreography she paid them to do. Like,
she definitely had, like, so she wanted this number one record. Let's not act like she didn't want a number one record.
She definitely wanted it. She even allied herself with QC, who talked so much about her, and she claimed that they did her so bad, but she really wanted to show that she can get a number one because, at the end of the day, she does have number ones, but they're not solo number ones. She can work with everybody she wants to work with. We want her to show that she can get a solo number one. You'll be that girl if you, Nicki Minaj, because I know you listen to the show. If you can show us you can get that number one, we will, by yourself, we will be happy. You could even make it a pop record. Because that's what your fans have been fiending for, is pop Nicki. But I don't think you're pop. You don't have the pop Nicki anymore. Esther Dean can't help you because Doja Cat has literally came to replace you. She's a carbon copy of you.
Okay.
You can put me on hold. And I want to hear.
Okay.
You can put me on hold, and I want some more opinions.
So,
but I'm
okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
So I did not say, because I feel like people don't listen. I did not say that Nicki didn't get, she didn't get a playlisting. Nicki was number one on iTunes. On Spotify on playlisting and Today Top Hits on Apple Music. She had a big playlisting, but I'm talking about radio. Like, because let me put up this Instagram thing. When you look at the Billboard charts, right, and when you look at the airplay time, Nicki Minaj had 4.0 M, so I think it's like 4 million airplay, and then somebody like a Kodak Black had 21.3 million. So, like, clearly the song's a new song. Radio has not been playing it. Yes, she went on James Corden. Yes, she promoted herself. Yes, she was at the Clippers game. Yes, she had all these StationHead, whatever. She was promoting her music. Every artist promotes. She was doing what an artist is supposed to do. But I'm saying that she didn't have enough radio airplay. And again, with the way Billboard rules change, you need a lot of airplay time. The first thing. Second thing is you also need a lot of streaming. Streaming she did okay, but radio airplay time she didn't have. She had little to no airplay radio time. She had playlisting. She had a push, but she didn't have radio. That's what hindered her. She had stills. But, like, again, I'm not going to sit here and argue with nobody. Like, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say in the comments, whatever. Like, at the end of the day, Nicki Minaj is solidified. And for whoever came on here and was saying, like, oh, Nicki was saying, like, that she don't care about the charts, that's not true. Nicki said in an interview, she said that she does care about the charts. She said that she does want the song to go number one. She said, but at the end of the day, charts don't solidify who she is. Because at the end of the day, she's a queen. She's a legend. She don't have to prove nothing anymore. She's done the work already. She's still out here because she still got it in her, but it don't mean that, like, the chart's going to solidify who she is, but she definitely cares to go number one. She definitely wants that number one record. That's why she was going everywhere promoting herself. So I don't understand why people were saying, oh, Nicki said she didn't want the number one. She don't care about number one. She never said that. That's not true.
Okay,
So,
let me
I don't
read
know
this.
where.
Galliano says, "Why does Eva know everything about Nicki? How are you so deep into Nicki, but you don't like her?" Maybe we can get into that. And then two, Nicki Minaj unfollows Normani.
Yeah, I
Maybe
was gonna ask
I
you
don't
about
really
that.
know what that tea is. We have to get into that.
I know
Maybe
the
I'll
tea.
dig into that later on this week. I don't know what that's
Okay.
about. Um,
Mhm.
but Nikki does that. Let me take another call real quick.
All right.
6125. Why do you think she unfollowed Normani? Hold on. I don't see. Hold on. 6125. Oh, here we go. Okay. 6125. You're live on the air.
How are you doing?
Good. Hi. How are you?
I'm doing good. Okay, so this is how I feel about the whole situation because it's a lot to cover, so I'm going to go fast. Did Nicki want the number one? Yes. You know, I know the other competing fan bases are going to say she's being a sore loser. It is what it is. The Barbs did so much that week to get the song to go number one. I'm glad she said something because as a person, as a Barb who bought as many eligible copies as I could, I wanted her to say something because it was an exhausting week. I know it sounds really corny, but I'm just going to say it was an exhausting week with us streaming and buying. So to ever get up on there and say, hey, guys, take the load off. I'm glad she said that because I think it was for the fans. Now, with streaming, I don't have an issue with streams counting as much as they do. Streams, it's the future. It's more accessible. And I don't even have an issue with them limiting the amount of copies that we can buy going towards Billboard because you can still buy a lot of copies on multiple websites. But the radio is a big deal. I just want to let you know, last week, when Easy on Me was number 2, 91%, this is a fact, this is not a guess number, 91% of the points that went towards Billboard for Adele are coming from radio. Only 9% are coming from streams and coming from sales. Billboard and the RA, they're in bed with the record labels because record labels pay for these things. They want to control what artists, not just debut at number one, they want to control what artists are making it that high onto the charts. And that's what the fans are really upset about. And yes, Eva is correct. They're not just targeting Nicki. It's BTS really, they're the fastest group to get 7 number ones as fast as they did. But the issue is, if she can't get radio, how is an artist who does not get radio play, who doesn't pay for the radio play, when you keep delegitimizing their need to buy and to support that artist, it harms the artist. BTS made a big argument because some people were like, well, it's just mass buying. Mass buying shouldn't be eligible. But it's incentivizing not to pay the artist. Artists get per stream 0.0031 cents, sometimes 0.0041. That's what they get. If you get the
Let me
whole
ask you
thing,
this, because I really don't know. I really don't know. And I really don't know the answer. So I'm not even being facetious. Like, do people listen to the radio? I don't ever stream my music. I don't get my music from the radio. So are people really even listening to the radio like that anymore? Radio seems to me like a dying industry. Like, people are not really listening to the radio. So how does it count so much? Like, how does that impact so much? I feel like people are streaming more than they're listening to the radio.
Well, I mean, I would only be able to guess that, right? I live in New York, so I'm hardly ever in a car. But regardless of whether or not people are actually listening to the radio, the figures for radio and how much they count towards Billboard, that is public information. So I just want to say, when the Barbs or any fan base says radio play this, radio play that, it's not a conspiracy. The numbers are there. Adele had 89.1 million streams for radio, and that counted to 91% of her points on Billboard. And I'm using her because she's the biggest example of that, but Justin Bieber, piss poor sales, piss poor streams, 70 million streams coming from the radio, keeping him there. But we've seen this before with Justin Bieber. Yummy was horrible, but why was it still on the radio? I mean, why was it still on the charts in the top 5 for as long as it is? Because of the radio deals. Now, Nicki not debuting at number 1, we want that for Nicki, the Barbs, because she's our queen. We want that for her. But I can deal with the number 2. what bothers me is the fact that these fans, they really come together. They buy this woman's music. Any person who puts money out of their pocket on top of the paid subscription that all of the Barbs have and all the other fan bases have, they put it towards these people's careers. Luckily, it goes straight into her pocket, which is why Nicki is the most financially successful female rapper. And at the end of the day, people care about money, so our queen's going to be good. But, you know, it is really disheartening. And I can just say, the last thing I'm going to say, I'm going to repeat myself, I was glad to wake up in the morning and have Nicki say something. Because it's really disheartening when you put all of this hard work in, knowing that the radio is going to keep blocking. And there's songs with artists who don't even write their music, who do not deserve to be in the top 10. That's all I'm saying.
Yes. Yes.
They're talking about radio playlisting and all this. Honey, Encanto was not on no radio. It was bots. I'm confused as what radio station was Encanto being played on. I just want to know that. Y'all got beat by a Disney song. The points were really low. The points were really, really low. Name a radio station Encanto was played on. Since you guys are saying radio play, like Encanto was not played on no damn radio. Y'all could have easily beat them. It's a fact. The problem is Nicki fought for streaming, and now it's coming back to bite her because she can't keep up with the streaming. This is why she worked with the Lil Baby, because Lil Baby devours streaming. But not a lot of Lil Baby fans are Nicki fans. That's the problem. So how did y'all get beat by a Disney song that doesn't get radio play?
But it still have more radio plays according to Billboard more than Nicki song. So whether radio was playing that song or not, according to Billboard that you guys look at so much, and y'all rejoicing that Nicki didn't go number one, it clearly says that it has, I think, 6 million radio plays and Nicki has 4. I mean, it's not that much of a difference, but it still have more. So I don't know how it's number one, but it's number one somehow because people, again, radio is the biggest part, but streaming is another part too. So the Barbs need to do better in streaming. I mean, nobody's taking away that fact from anybody.
Instead of focusing on buying, you should have been streaming. Just take the L. It's fine.
Oh,
but
no,
number two is not a bad
I have
L.
to say something. I have to say something, Zach, because I said something. I'm going to listen very carefully, Ava. No, we will stream, but I'm not going to not buy. And I don't think any fan base, not just Nicki Minaj's fan base, even Cardi B's fan base, everyone's fan base, stream, because if you want chart positions, do that, but do not incentivize not buying for your artist. That is how artists are big one day, but because they're in 360s and they don't write their music, that is how they may be hot and big records, but then 10 years later don't have any money. So no, do both. But if you only have to do one, Barbs, anyone out there, please keep buying your artist's music. That is how you sustain them. That is how you put it on their table.
They can keep buying, and they can keep being number 2 or less. Because at the end of the day, this is the future. Your Faye fought for streaming. Now she can't keep up with the streaming. Is that not a fact?
Wow.
Y'all claim that if it wasn't for
what's
Nicki,
your
the
point?
streaming era wouldn't be what it is.
So
I got a
what would be your
point. Y'all can't get upset about it. It's a fact. It came out the woman's mouth.
Here's the thing. Can she not keep up with the streaming? Because if it was just she can't keep up with the new era, well, that's funny because they keep taking away her sales. So it seems like she can keep up just fine. Billboard seems like they can't keep up with the pace of the Barbs. Why are they changing the
and Billboard?
Who cares?
Billboard
they changed the rules.
Who cares how much people are paying? These are not conglomerate people. This is not Selena Gomez and her camp years ago when they had entire farms of streaming farms. These are people who work 9 to 5 jobs. These are people using their own money. These are people using their money out of their own pocket. These are people using money out of their own pocket to support an artist. There's nothing more valiant to that when you want art to sustain itself.
But y'all were dragging
Cardi
when she debuted at number 2. So keep that same energy.
I didn't mention Cardi.
No, but I'm letting you know that this is why Onika Tanya Mirage has been dragged all day and has been ranting on Valentine's Day. She's probably upset her man didn't even give her a gift for Valentine's Day. Girl, hand him over the credit card so he can buy you a gift so you can be a little happy.
You're deflecting.
Wow.
You're deflecting. This is not a low vibrational barb on the line.
That's so
You're
uncalled for.
deflecting.
No, we're not
You're deflecting right now.
Because
We're talking about
your
the
fave
You're
literally
deflecting.
went online and tried to discredit everybody who has got a number one. She went on StationHead and talked about people being on payola this, payola that. Girl,
But they
take your
are.
L. You knew 4
They
days
are.
prior that you didn't get the number one. The Disney song beat you because your website sales were not what you thought they were going to be.
Nicki Minaj has nothing to prove to nobody. At the end of the day, like,
Well, then,
whether we number one or not,
if
she's
you
in
don't
her
got nothing to
14
prove
year
to nobody,
career.
why
It's
did
number
she keep?
two.
Why
There's
does she
nothing to
keep
prove.
making excuses for why she doesn't get certain things?
I don't care how many diamond plaques, how many hit records.
You do,
these girls
by the
got,
way,
they will
you
never
do
be
know
Nicki
that
Minaj.
Billboard's making a new. I just want you to know. I don't know if you're up on the info. Do you know
I'm
today
very
Billboard
up.
announced?
And we're
Okay,
stuck,
then so then
because we
you
actually went number one.
you would know. So then you would know. This is a question for you. It's a question, so you'll get to respond. Don't worry. So you would know then. Billboard's making a new chart. Internet. They're making it not replacing the Hot 100. They're adding a new chart where you can buy as many copies as you want, and it's for local and international hits. Why did they do
Well,
that
hopefully
today?
Nikki goes number one
Why
on
did
that
they?
one.
Why did they do
Then
that?
we can
Why did
celebrate
they do that
her.
today? Why did they do
A
that
solo
today?
number
Why
one.
did they do that today?
Yay,
Why did they
because
do
Nikki
that?
was crying.
No,
She couldn't
so they're afraid of Nikki. They're afraid of Nikki, or maybe Billboard saw all the hard work that the Barbs did and said, "Look, we want to make it fair, but you know
my
what?
God.
What we're going to do is make a
It's
next."
funny
Why
that
would
you
Billboard make a
think
new
that
chart?
The Barbs
That's called
have
impact.
anything to do. That no, it's not called impact because you guys are not doing Drake numbers. Let's keep it a buck. You're
Great
definitely
Wow.
not doing
We
Drake
had
numbers.
48,000 pure copies. So what? These girls can't even do that for a general sale. Like, so what are we talking about? Billboard. Let me say this, Mom, before I leave because I gotta go. Child, I don't got time for this. Billboard.
I got
is
time. Don't worry, I
pandering-
got time.
But yeah, hold on, because listen. Billboard is pandering to these new artists because they know these new, not just the girls, the boys too. They know that these new artists cannot really sell, so they push more on streaming and they have their labels push their music on radio, so it does well. That's why Gunna they're better than The Weeknd because somebody like The Weeknd, Taylor Swift, BTS, Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, their fan base
Because The
they
Weeknd's
actually
album
buy.
was trash.
Hold on, let me finish, please. They actually buy music. So with that, like they see that clearly that these people are going number one because their fan base is buying their music. So what they do is they try to take away sales and they count more streamings and airplays again. So these artists cannot do well because they can't understand why BTS, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Nicki are Nicki don't go number one, I guess, whatever. But they don't understand why these artists are going number one consistently. Like they don't get it. So they try to transfer people like Gunna, Megan, Cardi. All these people y'all see, Future, like that can't really get number one hits without radio playlisting, without push, and without paying DJs to play their
First
music
of all,
the
Cardi
time.
got Up was number one because the general public actually liked it. It wasn't even
No,
about
honey,
radio
it was-
playlisting. I can
honey,
send you
it-
the radio
honey, it was
playlisting,
payola.
and you guys
It was
actually had
payola.
more radio playlisting for this single that just came out than Cardi did for Up. We don't want to do that because we can definitely pull up the chart data. Definitely.
Armon, I have a question for you because I actually want to know your opinion on this. So let's just try to be very specific just for this question. You know, when BTS got those 7 number ones faster than any other group, it was because it was Butter. Butter was a song by theirs that stayed at number one for 10 weeks. The sales that the fan base was doing was insane. It was like 200K one time on 1 week alone, and not just the debut. Okay, so let's say mass buying is a problem, but I want your opinion on this. What do you think should be more valid? A band or an artist that is mass buying legitimate copies, or and staying number one for 10 weeks because of that, or staying at number one for 10 weeks because you have 89 million radio streams. And that is not prioritizing the consumer at all, by the way. I just want you to know which one should be more valid. Because Billboard seems to think that radio should be more valid.
I think that purchasing should be more valid. I will go with that. I think, but that's just not the way that we are.
Exactly. I'm glad.
Okay.
I'm glad I got that opinion.
You
out
want a
of Armon
Valentine's
on the
cookie?
show. Just so y'all know that. Just so you know that. Prioritize the consumer.
If you want, I can
because radio is not
buy you a
not
Valentine's
prioritize the consumer, and radio is not a reflection of who's listening. But yet it counts so much.
Honey, the reason they even did that was because BTS was putting out instrumentals that were tropical, Jamaican, African. Y'all forgot how many different versions of Butter they put out? Just like Nicki put out instrumentals for this song as well.
BTS goes on world tours. BTS sells out stadiums.
Okay, so then your favorite can't be BTS is fine, but you weren't going up against BTS.
Hold on, let me read this. My name is not for sale. Hold on. Billboard is a metric system. Radio is still a major medium as well as streams. I honestly think barbs are mad. Mass buying doesn't count. All sales count for the sale charts, but not for Hot 100 and 200.
Correct.
Okay. It's okay. You guys went up against Encanto, not BTS. So what's the excuse, sis?
Well,
I'm dead.
We don't talk about Bruce, no.
Okay, so we got that.
When
Hold on.
Megan had on a tour, that we could talk about
And what did I send you, Armon? Was I lying? Did she
Oh,
not say
we're
this star?
now. This is Nicki.
Grammy
Now this
winner?
was a little cringy. This is Nicki Minaj's website where she's selling T-shirts that says starring Grammy award-winning artist Nicki Minaj featuring Lil Baby. Do we have a problem? She definitely doesn't have a Grammy, so why would she sell that merchandise? That was interesting. Oh, they saying check my DM. My phone about to die. We might have to finish this up on StationHead draw. Let's see. Oh, let me see. Okay, here we're gonna put the numbers up.
And I'm not cruel, you guys. I just want that fan base to keep the same energy they did to downplay and discredit Cardi's win. Because Armon, you were there when this fan base called her a flop for debuting at number 2. It's called karma. You get what you
And
get.
yes, we were also here. We were also here when people said "Say So" remix was trash, and then it wanted to be Beyonce, and then it destroyed it. So we're not going to play that game. And I don't think you're cruel because I can defend the Queen just fine, as you can see on here.
Wait, what happened? You could what?
I said if people who are calling you cruel, do not call her cruel. She hasn't. I don't think you're cruel because I don't mind.
She cut the
here
check.
defending
I was
the
on
Queen.
set. Love her. Thank you for the money, Onika Tanya Mirage. But we all knew you weren't. You're not capable of doing that unless it's a pop rap song. Even then, I don't even think your pop rap era would sell anything this era. Like, when your fave can actually top 10 by herself, she hasn't done that in a long time. Long.
And when your
long.
face can actually headline a tour, and when they can
How
headline
can
a
they in a
tour,
pandemic? Darling, we're in a pandemic.
child,
Y'all
please,
talking about
Cardi
world
B
tour
been out
when
for
it's a
5 years
pandemic.
and have not headlined a tour.
Doesn't your
Where's her
fave
album?
still? Doesn't
Where's
your face
her
still
album?
owe certain countries
Where's Cardi
that
B's album?
canceled?
Oh,
No,
okay.
Ava, you are intelligent. Ava, you are intelligent, but you can't do that. Like, you cannot hypothetically say, hypothetically,
It's
Cardi
2
could have
against
toured. She
1.
didn't tour.
It's
She hasn't
maybe you guys
toured.
should go on a
She
date.
hasn't toured.
But
She hasn't toured.
keep up when it comes with facts, darling. Your face still owes you guys some concerts that she canceled because they weren't selling.
What happened to Bruce soundtrack?
Or because
It
the
flopped.
barbs were
Beating Up
yelling,
Sky did better.
Cardi B, Cardi B. Did y'all forget about that?
Bruce soundtrack flopped.
Okay, so we got some numbers on the screen. I don't know how to read these dang numbers, but I got some numbers on the screen.
So there's no conversation.
So this looks like
Cardi dropping
Spotify.
berries.
This looks like, what is this,
Oh, I
radio?
love tomatoes. Thank you. Shift your guild assist. I don't like when girls with no parts in their wigs comment. It's a key.
All right, y'all, listen, we're going to have to wrap this up. I love the dialogue that we had got into today. I'm going to have to chop this segment up and let this be a segment all on its own. But I appreciate you
And
guys all for calling in.
thing.
Go ahead.
One more thing. One more thing. If you guys can, head over to StationHead and follow Nicki Minaj and donate her some money because she's out here giving $20 to certain girls so they could stream her song.
Wow.
Congrats on number 2.
Okay.
All right. Well, Armon, you have a great day, and
You
I'm happy
too.
that Nikki gets to eat off all this because she writes her music, so she doesn't have to, overextend herself to make a buck. That 0.0031
Wait, one more thing.
doesn't really,
Armon.
that
Armon, one more
0.00
thing.
doesn't really go a long way with them streams, but
Armon,
she's eating.
Armon,
Yes.
One more thing. we will see them next week when they free fall 45 spots.
Wow.
Love y'all. Happy Valentine's Day, and I'll see you on StationHead
Right.
with Armon.
Are
Stay
you guys
bruised,
going to be? Are
everybody.
you guys
Stay bruised.
still going to be streaming? Do we have a problem, or have you guys started streaming Bussin'?
We're gonna be streaming both.
Good luck. Bussin' is not going to make it.
Maybe.
Bussin' is not. Bussin' is a flop.
It's a trier. It's trying, but you know what? Let's wait for the lead single.
Bussin' was supposed to be. It needs to be. Do we have a problem? But all right, we'll see. We'll be back. We'll talk about it later. Thanks for calling in. Okay. Listen, I have to wrap it up here, but I'm going to read some
Thank
questions.
you for using
God
Blog
bless
Talk Radio.
Eva Soul.
Goodbye.
She's lost. Wow. Someone get into her mental institution ASAP. Wow. Jay Michael says, I just wanted to say Encanto is a whole bop. So no Diablo Bruno Lamb laughing my ass off. Okay. Yo so no way boy. Whatever you said to me, baby. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Well, people been ready to get that out all day. I want to make sure that you guys were able to get into some things. I love you all for watching. And this platform is a balanced platform for everyone, all right? So make sure you guys like the video, share the video, and I will see you guys in the next video. And thanks for stopping by. I love y'all. Peace out. Happy Valentine's Day.